Hi, welcome to this first iteration of this three-part video tutorial about creating games, 2D games inside Unity. I'll be using Unity, of course, and I already created an account at the Unity site and I downloaded the whole Unity tool and I logged in. And once you do that, you can create a new project. I'm doing that right now. I click create new project and then project 2D number 1 or something. Just give it any name you want and we'll press the 2D package here and create project. Alright, you will probably have this layout here, the default layout. This is what you will see if you first start Unity to try and do your first 2D game. Okay, so you can change the layout here at the top. 2x3, 4 split, that's this one, and tall and wide. And anyway, I'm using 2x3 because yeah, I like that one. So and you can also move the windows. If you move your mouse over the area here, you can see 2 arrows, and then you can move the size of these windows. I'll just move them like in a way I work best. So now I've got the scene view, the game view, and the hierarchy and project and inspector. So once you start your first game, in the hierarchy are all the objects, and you see here the main camera. It only has one object, this scene, and it's called the main camera. So first let's do this, save scene, scene 1. Just give it a name and then save it, because then this scene will be saved. Every time you press file save scene, all your work will be saved. So go to main camera, and the main camera on the right you have the inspector. You see a lot of stuff here, but these are the properties for the main camera. And the assets folder, it's a folder, it's nothing in here, so it's empty. That's because yeah, there's only one thing in here, that's this scene here, scene 1. I just saved it on the assets, but it's completely empty, this whole scene. In order to get something inside this scene, we're going to have to do an import for a assets. We go to assets, import package, and then we choose 2D. So importing packages is a thing you do a lot inside Unity. These extend the functionality of Unity, and for this we want a 2D package. That's something else than we started at the beginning. We also had to choose 2D, but that's the project setting. And these are yeah, we're gonna import assets we can use for our first 2D game. So it's now copying all this stuff over to the project directory. And when that's done, we can start to build something. At the top bottom, I mean, you have errors, but sometimes Unity throws errors that don't really matter. So I suggest you will not look at the errors for now, except when it doesn't run, of course. Then you did something wrong, but you just imported stuff here, and it gives sometimes, yeah, like I said, strange errors. Okay, I'm going to go to 2D. Standard assets, 2D, and this triangle here, I can open it, and then I'm going to go to prefabs, and the prefabs here, we can use this character here. This is a character robot. I know it's because I can click this, left click this, and drag it into the scene. Bam, there we go. So now we have our first character inside the scene. And we also want to show the platform. Let me change this view a bit. There's a slider here. I can draw it all the way to the left, and then I get nice textual information about the objects. I can, inside the prefabs directory, I can press the platform 36 times 1. There's a preview here. I can just click it and drag it inside the scene. There. I can zoom in and out in the scene with my middle mouse button. I can pan around by clicking the middle mouse button. And as you can see, it's a long piece of yeah, where my character can start walking around. So let's start play, because this is like a simple hello world. but as you can see, it walks off the screen here at the bottom, but you can see in the scene view that it's still running. And that's a very nice feature of Unity. You can change all these properties here. You can even see what it's doing, sprite, the renderer, and even the transform. Let me check. As you can see, oh, there we go. So I have to hover the mouse over the game view here, and then use A and D to go left and right, and space to jump. A and D and space. These are the 2D platform controllers. So A and D. And as you can see here on the transform is updated. So you can see what the values are for these things you're doing inside the game window. That's very handy to do and to know. Alright, so let's stop playing this. Because I want to add the camera view, because I can run outside the camera view and then you will not see the character. I'd like to use a script for that, so I click the scripts directory, and there is a camera 2D follow, that one here. I left click it and drag it inside the main camera, not under or over, no, inside, so it's blue, and then let go. So when I press the left mouse button again on the main camera object, you have a camera 2D follow script here. And we need to set one thing here, that's the target. It is a very simple script that just keeps tracking an object, and we need to set the target for that. So I press this circle here with the dot inside, and I double click on character robot boy. Double click. Now it's set here. So I'll show you other ways of doing this in the next videos, because this is only one way of getting this. But now if I press play, you'll see that the camera position here is updating, is following the character. So that's what we want. So, and I can even go as far as drop off. Now, right, and just to complete this little very simple hello version of the 2D game you're going to create, I'd like to go to the prefab and add a kill zone. This one here. Left click, drag inside the scene, and let me double click on it, and then I'm looking for the there we have to click to move stuff. You can have to press the W in order to get this these two arrows. Now I can position it. You can also use the blue square and position it anywhere in the scene you want. What I want to do is have a kill zone on the left side. When I now press play and the character walks off the ledge, it's dead and it starts again. So the whole level is restarted. So yeah, this is a very simple version of a Hello World inside 2D for a 2D game inside Unity. I hope you enjoyed this first iteration, and I'll see you at the next one.